The Los Angeles Clippers are the lucky team in the NBA playoffs to open up against defending champion San Antonio Spurs. Nobody wanted that matchup. Nobody. But it will be the best series to watch in this opening round, at least in my opinion. Should go 7 games, would be fantastic. But what is the point of this? The social media awards, which I just found out is an actual thing in the NBA. I thought me and Dan here at TYT Sports had this genius conception that like we're going to give out the social media awards, but we still are because ours are better. No offense, NBA. So those two teams, the Spurs and the Warriors, Spurs and the Clippers, not the Warriors, that's later, have put out 2 of the best videos all year long. We're going to take a look at 2 of them. The first has to do with DeAndre Jordan's post-game interview, and then that will go into a fantastic music video that I don't know if should ever really have graced the public's eye. Let's take a look.
DJ, you were everywhere today. You were everywhere today.
Oh, all right.
Active on both ends of the floor. What was the key to getting you going?
We did it.
Just enjoying the music?
I was listening to Tupac, and I forgot the question. So, but other than that, I don't know what the question was, but it had to do, yeah, all right.
You had 6 blocks today. I know you put so much importance on what you do on the defensive end, but when you're able to get going on the offensive end as well, what does that mean for you in a game like this?
It's just really good to see our defense forming. We got to be able to do.
These guys are in a great mood today. Let's send it back to you.
There is nothing better than Spurran. I'm really upset that Ben Mankiewicz isn't here for that because that's like his style of music.
This is era.
The Duran of the 80s.
I mean, you know what? I think the most disappointing part of that was Timmy did not show up.
Yeah.
I was, you know, it's just, it would have been like the icing.
He'll be there.
The least expected, you wanted to show up.
He'll be there on the Spurran reunion tour.
I just want to see the Hungry Like the Wolf remix. Hungry Like the Spur.
Hungry Like the Timberwolf.
Oh, there you go. But they're not in the playoffs. They're going to get a lottery pick. They're hungry for a lottery ball.
And also, what,
hungry for a lottery ball, yeah.
The mascot is a wolf coyote. What is he?
For the Timberwolves?
No, for the Spurs. The
Spurs?
Mascot that runs around and makes fun. He was in the video. He's some kind of dog, a wild dog. I think it's a coyote.
That makes total sense. Yeah. Why they don't have like a cowboy or something like that. They're in San Antonio, for fuck's sake. All right, so there you have 2 of my favorite videos of the year. The Spurran one's pretty new. The DeAndre Jordan one's from a while back, but that went on Instagram and Vine, and it took over, and it was great because DeAndre Jordan's the man. There's no other player in the NBA I think I want to hang out with more. Besides the fact that the whole time I'd be like, what up, DeAndre? So let's take a look, though. We have a nice little B-roll rip of all the other memes and Vines. Things that we can take a look at. So let's take a look at those. We're going to comment over these. When Chris Paul got his ankles broken by Steph Curry, that's one of my favorite. Chris Paul's ankles, rest in peace. Did I put the Twitter one twice? Not Twitter one, the Twisted one. What is it called?
Twister.
It's called Twister. That's the KD8's brand new boot. Joel Embiid took over when he started photoshopping Rihanna into his tweets. Everybody loves Draymond, which, by the way, the face swapping on that is terrifying. Of course, Sauce Castillo took over the world when his name changed, and one of my favorites, the triangle offense.
I remember when Chris Paul ankle meme went crazy, and actually Chris Paul retweeted one of them. I think it was a Twister. He personally retweeted that one and said, "Hey," he said, "Hey, laugh at yourself. Now stop."
Right.
So you always like to see stuff like that, and also, it's one of those things. Even if he wanted it to stop, that's kind of how you help facilitate it ending. Because people go, oh, that's funny, he's self-deprecating. Okay, I'll stop.
Right. They took that as like, oh, the death of Chris Paul. Chris Paul's season's over. He can't play anymore. He's not an elite point guard. Chris Paul is still one of the elite point guards, but it's just that was a matter of like Steph Curry. Like it happened to Chris Paul, right? It's like when AI crossed over Jordan. Oh, AI must be better than Michael Jordan. Leave forever.
These are the fans who need to have the flow chart to find out which team they're following because they don't watch basketball.
I mean, that response is the exact response you would expect for someone who's really, really sick of losing in the playoffs and is at the very end of his prime.
Right.
Right? It's like, oh, that's so funny, but seriously, I really want to win. Like,
I'm dying.
in all seriousness, I'm going to be so pissed.
That's my favorite thing is like in this 2-day, 3-day break between the regular season ending and the playoffs starting is like every single headline's the same. Like, Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo says, I'm dying for that ring. Tom Thibodeau says, I really am craving that ring this year. No shit. Like, I understand that it's the playoffs you want, like, you're fighting for it, and a lot of coaches like Tom want that ring. Greg Popovich probably doesn't care. He's got himself a whole trophy cabinet of rings. So that always happens. So, I mean, it seems like the Vine MVP was Steph Curry this year. Because from him doing the half-court shots, DeAndre did pretty well.
I mean, he's been in the running for about 3 or 4 years. Ever since he's been dunking over people with terrifying ferocity, he's been kind of...
Yeah, he gets up.
He gets pretty high up there, yeah.
It's what I do on Play School Nets. JR, any other social media mentions from the players this year?
Well, I think, as you said, but once, I mean, anything from the Warriors, they're one of the fun teams to watch. When we were talking about the team you just want to watch just because you can dislike the team, you can like how they destroy your team when they play them, but they're always fun to watch, and you're gonna get those memes. And we talked about the Chris Paul ankle break, but I mean, I think Steph Curry crossed up 3 players at the same time. I think it was the Clippers again.
He crossed
at the top of the key, and it was just it didn't make any sense. It was one of those plays where Steve Kerr looked up and said, "What the hell are you?" Good shot. Yeah, right. You know,
well, that's like to me. That's like the J.R. Smith experience, except Steph Curry is such a better player. It's the no, yes.
I mean, Kobe.
To score, you got to shoot some more. Yeah. You got to shoot some more and more and more. Can't wait till JR takes his like first ridiculous step back 35-foot three and LeBron just backhands him.
So you can't wait for it. It will be in the first quarter of the opening game.
It will be in the first minute of the opening game. But there is one video that stole the show the entire year. I hear it on the radio all the time now because the song by OT Genesis has taken over. We will leave you with what the Warriors are truly in love with.
I'm in love with the I got it for the I'm in love with the